Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for coming. Just a few days ago, I'd like to share with you some of the recent experiences about Pureland. Just a few days ago, not even a disciple of ours relayed a message to me from Master YongHua. Okay, it's on the occasion of one of his longtime disciples being near death right now, and so she's a nun with them for a long time. So actually, she's been a nun with them longer than I've been a monk. Okay, so she's on her deathbed. And so, of course, a lot of people are afflicted, and so a lot of things has been going on. It's disruptive, actually, I'm annoyed because I'm busy. I don't have time to waste on his disciples. Seriously, as his disciples, not mine. It's none of my business. So, especially she's a member of their sangha. So, if he doesn't take care of her, then his disciples, the other monks and nuns, should take care of her. So, it's none of my business. But anyway, through this externalist who is really very sincere, and he's been believe in everything I said about our Pureland Dharma the last 10 years. And in fact, I'm the one who helped bring his father to the Pureland as well when he passed away first, and then later his mother as well. So this person here, he really believes in Master YongHua as well, and he came to me. He said regarding his nun disciples who's dying, doesn't have much time left to live. He sent a message. He appeared when this guy was meditating. He appeared in front of him and said 3 words. Okay, that's what he told me. And in person, actually, he came to the temple to tell me that in person. And so I said, what words? Because whenever I hear messages from signals and messages from Master YongHua, I take them very seriously. I'm eager to see, to learn from the great master. And so 3 words are, he said, the last thing. I said, in English? Master doesn't speak English. You're not even English. What's going on? How can I believe you? Anyway, that goes on in my mind. So I asked him again, being polite, because he's not our disciple, so you don't want to alienate them. Not too many of them anyway. Enough people are alienated by my big mouth. So he said, yes, in English. I said, are you sure? In English? He said, yes, the last thing. I said, what else? He says, that's it. And when I heard that, immediately I understood the meaning of the message. Okay? Because this has been going on for a long, long time, this issue here. Thank you. The issue about the rebirth of the Pureland and so forth, 49 days and so forth. Okay, typically when he sends me a message like that through these people, such people. I would need some time to think about it, cross my legs and say, Om, Om, Om. And eventually it will come to me. Might take years, but but this time is amazing because I immediately understood right there in front of that guy. Is YongHua here today in San Jose? Yeah, I can see her right there. She's part of the story, part of the message as well. So, YongHua, would you like to tell me what you related to me like the last time I was up there, please? Okay. Go ahead.
Dạ, tôi xin phép. Dạ, thưa thầy, sáng nay con bước vào chùa Kim Lâm. Con nhìn ở cái bàn thờ Phật Di Đà, khu tịnh độ, thì con rất là ngạc nhiên, bởi vì thấy có cái bài vị của Phật tử Nguyễn Hữu Phần, bài vị 49 ngày của Nguyễn Hữu Phần ở trên này. Thì nó rất là ăn khớp với giấc mơ của con, là bởi vì cách đây khoảng 10 ngày con xin phép mời cô thông dịch để rồi con sẽ tiếp theo.
Hello, Master. This morning, when I walk into Gold Forest, I passed by the altar of Amitabha Buddha, and then all the altar. I was so surprised to see there is a 49-day plaque of the person named Nguyễn Hữu Phần, and this is appear exactly on what I see in my dream 10 days ago.
Dạ, 10 ngày trước con ngủ thì tới khoảng gần sáng, khoảng 3 giờ 45 sáng, con nằm mơ. Con thấy vợ của ông Nguyễn Hữu Phần là đạo hữu Tâm Thông đến gặp con ở chùa Gold Forest này, mà bà thì đi trước, ông thì đi sau. Và con cũng gặp hai ông bà ngay tại cái góc tịnh độ của chùa Kim Lâm này.
So 10 days ago, I got a dream. This is like around 3:45 in the morning. In my dream, I saw that the couple, the wife of Nguyễn Hữu Phần, her name is Tâm Thông. I met her at Gold Forest, right at the corner of the Buddha, Amitabha Buddha statue, and she already passed away. And then I met both of them at that corner of the Buddha altar.
Cái điều lạ là bà đó trong đời sống mấy chục năm làm vợ của ông á, bà chỉ là một cái bóng của ông thôi. Bà phục vụ và luôn luôn nghe lời ông. Còn ông á thì là một người ham nghiên cứu kinh sách và thích giảng nói cho người khác nghe. Mà bây giờ thì ngược lại, bà thì mặt mày sáng rỡ, hoạt bát và cùng con nói chuyện đạo lý. Còn ông thì đứng ngoài sau, mặt tối ôm mà có vẻ ngại, e sợ, rụt rè, không có nói năng một lời nào hết.
So the thing I was surprised is that she was a wife for so many years, and all her life she was her shadow. She always submit to him, listen to him, and support him. And he is the one that loved to investigate about the sutra and then talk about it and teaching people, discuss about it. But this time, when I saw them, it's the opposite. She looks very bright, she looked very active, and then she talked to me. She discussed things with me, but he stood behind. But his face looked like dark, and then he's a little bit nervous and worried.
Dạ thì do linh tính sáng thức dậy thì con check mail, check tin tức thì con giật mình, con thấy là gia đình báo tin cho con biết rằng ông đã qua đời trước đó một hôm.
So after the dream, I feel like maybe there's a message in there, so I go and check the message, the mail, and then I was so shocked that I received a message from the family. They notify us that the man just passed away the day before.
Về Phật bà thì bà đã qua đời cách đây 3 năm, và khi bà qua đời thì con có khuyên cô con gái út của bà là nên thỉnh Pháp 49 ngày với thầy YongHua.
And the lady, she passed away 3 years ago, and when she passed away, I advised her youngest daughter to request a 49-day blast with Master YongHua.
Khoảng thời gian mà bà mất khoảng 2 tuần thì bà có về báo mộng cho một người cháu ở trong gia đình, là nói là bà đã về tới nhà rồi, bây giờ tất cả những cái phiền não, những lo buồn không có còn một chút nào hết, các con hãy yên tâm, bà rất là hạnh phúc, rất là vui vẻ ở cái cảnh giới mới này.
And 2 weeks after she passed away, she appeared in a dream of one of the family member, the niece or the nephew. And then she said that she already arrived home, and she no longer has any affliction, no more sadness or whatever. So she said the family should not worry about her. She's very happy right now.
Về phần ông thì sau khi bà chết thì tinh thần của ông suy sụp, và ngày tối ông cứ than nhớ vợ, nhớ bà, và không có làm gì được hết. Ngày tối chỉ than thở, và đồng thời cái bệnh ông bị đau nhức từ trong xương, cái bệnh đau nhức nó hành hạ ông mỗi ngày.
And about the husband, after the wife passed away, he didn't feel well. He missed her a lot, and then day and night he was in a very bad state. He missed her, and then he constantly say like, "Oh, I really miss my wife. I miss my wife." And then on top of it, he has an illness that is hurt into the bone.
It's a commercial break, so just hang on a minute, please.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah. Từ khi bà mất thì ông chỉ một lòng thương nhớ bà ngày đêm, và đồng thời ông bị bệnh rất là nặng, ông bị đau nhức từ trong xương mà đau ra, mà ông rên rỉ ngày đêm. Nhưng ông vốn là một bác sĩ, nhưng ông không có chịu trị bệnh, ông không chịu uống thuốc. Ông muốn là cái cơn bệnh nó sẽ hành hạ ông để ông được đi gặp bà sớm.
So after the wife passed away, the husband was not in a good state. His illness getting stronger, and then the pain came from inside the bone, and then it spread out the whole body. But even though he is a doctor, but he refused to take the medication because he wants to let the illness to kill him faster so that he can meet his wife faster.
Trước khi ông mất 2 ngày thì con ông có thỉnh một vị sư rất là nổi tiếng đến để mà khai thị và thuyết pháp cho ông nghe.
2 days before he passed away, the family request a very famous monk came over to give him a Dharma talk.
Và lúc đó thì ông hồi dương, tức là cái tàn lực của ông nó trỗi dậy, nó khiến cho ông khỏe mạnh, ông có thể ngồi để nói chuyện với vị sư đó. Nhưng mà ông lại làm chủ tình hình, ông không có để vị sư đó khai thị, mà chính ông mới trổ ra tất cả những cái kiến thức về Phật Pháp của ông cho vị sư đó nghe. Và thực tình mà nói thì vị sư đó cũng rất là lịch sự, đã ngồi yên nghe ông thuyết Pháp trong 1 tiếng rưỡi đồng hồ.
And when the monk came over, the man suddenly recover, and then this is the term called Hồi Dương, meaning that all of his strength came back, and then he was able to sit up and talk, and instead of listening to the monk, he turned around to be in charge of the situation. So all of the knowledge about Buddhism, he talked, and then he kept talking and talking and talking, and the monk was listening quietly for an hour and a half.
Thưa, cái này là ý riêng của con. Theo con nghĩ thì ông nói như vậy có nghĩa là tôi không tin ông đâu.
This is my personal interpretation, meaning that when he kept talking like that and did not listen to the monk, meaning that he did not believe the monk.
Actually, it may explain to you, it's not that he didn't believe the monk. He says that your knowledge about Buddhism is not as complete as mine. So here's what it is.
Rồi thì vài tiếng đồng hồ trước khi ông mất thì ông tiếp tục rên khóc vì đau đớn và vì thương nhớ bà vợ.
A few hours before he passed away, he started crying and rain. What is the word for rain? He was crying, and then he's complaining. He said like it hurt a lot, and then he still miss his wife a lot.
Thì một người con mới ghé vào tai ông mà nói rằng bây giờ mẹ đã về cực lạc rồi, thì ba cứ nhìn hình mẹ đi, rồi chắc là mẹ sẽ về cứu ba. Thế là ông nhìn vào hình bà, rồi ông từ từ ông bớt rên, bớt đau, và ông ra đi trong sự nhẹ nhàng.
So one of his child talked to him by the ear and say, you know what, mommy is already in the Pureland. How about you look at her picture, and then probably she can be able to help you to go to the Pureland. And he listened to it. He started looking at her picture, and then his pain was reduced. He stopped crying, stopped complaining, and then after that he passed away peacefully.
Okay, just
Hình ảnh này gia đình đều có.
One moment. Okay, see, you monks and nuns pay attention to this. You find some people out there who are like that. They fool themselves and they think they know more than you. Of course they know more than you. Okay, because they read a lot more scriptures than you. They spent their entire life studying the books. we don't do that. We don't have time to do that. So you're going to find people like that. So if you encounter such people, just get up. Don't waste time, because when you listen to them, you allow them to talk to you like that, they're creating serious offenses. You cannot sit there and listen to them. That's inappropriate. You just say, yes, it looks like you don't need me anymore. You understand everything there is to know about Buddhism. I tell you what, I'm busy, so excuse me, I have to go. Be very fast, cut it short, because this guy is creating offenses, because he's an idiot. Okay? He can create offenses with others, but you cannot allow them to create offenses against you. Okay? So that's what you do. And one thing you could do is that, how is your pain? How does your knowledge about the books help you with your pain right now? Okay? And he says, it hurts. What can I do about it? Then he says, then your knowledge about Buddhism seems to be incomplete to me, because you read all these things, you never learn how to deal with your pain. You never learn how to deal with your impending death. So clearly to me, your knowledge about Buddhism is so incomplete. Save your time. Talk to someone else. Okay? That's how you answer it. You don't allow them to create offenses because of you. That's your responsibility. Is that clear? Okay, continue.
Dạ. Thì gia đình đều có gửi những cái phim ảnh, những cái video đó cho con. Thành ra nếu vị nào mà muốn xem á thì con sẽ rất là vui lòng để mà chia sẻ, để tăng thêm cái niềm tin. Thì khi mà con thấy ông ra đi như vậy mà có sự hiện diện của bà trong tâm đó, thì trong lòng con cũng rất là vui. Thì con mới thưa với thầy, con hỏi thưa thầy, như vậy là một người mà vãng sanh có thể về đón người thân trong gia đình cùng đi về cực lạc được hay không? Thì sẵn nhân dịp đây con xin thỉnh thầy trả lời cho đại chúng được biết.
And my answer to her immediately was that I don't think it's possible. It's because it's not that easy to go to the Pureland. Okay, it takes a lot of work. So if it's that easy, this guy didn't recite the Buddha's name, didn't cultivate, didn't plant blessings for rebirth of the Pureland. And there he was able, and then he was able to go to the Pureland just like that. Okay, granted, he may have some connections from a Pureland, but his wife, his late wife, that she would be able to come back and help him go to the Pureland. That would negate all our work. Meaning, I said, meaning that Master Hsuan disciples cannot help. I don't know anyone over there who can help people go to the Pureland. That's why he forbids his disciples here in the U.S. to do 49-day service. My master is very clear. You don't create offenses like that as a left-form person. Okay? And my own disciples can't do that. So there you have another person who goes to the Pureland for 3 years and all of a sudden is able to come back and bring the family members and loved ones to the Pureland. Then what's the point in us cultivating? That makes all our efforts futile. So I said, I don't believe that's the case. Okay. Besides, I didn't want to tell her he's not in the Pureland. So how is it possible? So I said, no, it's not. I don't think it's possible. Okay?
Dạ. Thì sau khi mà con thưa hỏi ý kiến của thầy thì thầy trả lời như thế, thì con mới cho gia đình hay là đại diện là cô con gái út, cái người mà đã thỉnh Pháp 49 ngày cho bà mẹ. Thì con gái út tuy là rất là nghèo nhưng mà là một người con chí hiếu, cho nên rốt cuộc rồi thì ông cũng được thầy giúp Pháp 49 ngày. Thì con hy vọng rằng cái sự từ bi của thầy sẽ giúp cho ông được ra khỏi cái cảnh giới ta bà này mà đảo phí một đời, không có biết tu cho đúng, chỉ là toàn là ôm mới kiến thức và thích đi thuyết giảng. Cuối cùng nếu không có được sự từ bi cứu giúp thì chắc chắn là cũng phải bị đọa thôi. Con xin hết. A Di Đà Phật.
So after I talked to Master and have the answer from Master, so that I notify the family, especially the youngest daughter who requested 49-day black for the mom. This girl, even though she was poor, but she's very filial. So she requested 49-day black for the dad with Master. And I hope that with kindness and compassion, Master will help him to get out of this Saha world and help him to go to the Pureland so that he will not waste his time. He's been wasting his whole life. He's been sorry, I don't his whole life he didn't really cultivate. He read a lot, he talk a lot, he speak Dharma a lot, but he didn't really practice the right way. So I hope that he will receive help from Master.
Okay, thank you, YongHua, for sharing the story. Good job. I'm very pleased with the way you told the story. It's very clear. It's well presented, and it also, for me personally, you gave me more details, and you had a chance to talk to me out there in the parking lot of Go Forest last week. So I'm very happy to hear more stories, more details about him and about her as well. Thank you. So you see the clarity in the way she talks now, that she can explain herself and present her ideas very, very clearly. That's a clear reaffirmation of her improvements as well. Improvements will make you makes you a little bit more intelligent than before, no matter how old you are. Okay, so good job. We should be thankful to her to tell this, share with us this story. Okay. All right. Yeah, clapping is allowed. It's the polite thing to do. Okay. So here's a story that I've been hearing since I started teaching. A lot of people who said, I help people go to the Pureland and so forth. And these people are very well-meaning, but they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, it's because in particular, lay people, they cannot possibly help people go to the Pureland. I just don't see it at all. I don't see any lay person I've ever met. The last 25 years I've been doing this, I have yet to see a lay person who can do that. Okay. And it's not the first time. It's just so many times I hear this and that. Even our own disciples recently, as a couple of weeks ago, told me that she prayed to Wan Yin, and Wan Yin came and held her babies, and so therefore the baby must have gone to the Pureland. And I said, well, you're too important to me for me to piss you off. So it's okay. You believe whatever you want. But again, it's the same rationale, same logic. If you can simply pray to Wan Yin, and Wan Yin comes and help someone else to go to the Pure Land, then why do you need us? Huh? Why is there any need for you to cultivate even? Just pray to Wan Yin, she'll take care of you. Why do I need to be here? Why do I need to open this temple here and ask my disciples to practice and work hard? So whereas you can simply, in order for you to go to the Pure Land, just pray to Wan Yin, or in Daniel's case, pray to God, pray to Jesus. Okay, and they'll help you. So there's no need for us. Okay, so and besides, I know all those statements were wrong because I checked immediately when these people said those things, like YongHua said it last week, or 2 weeks ago, someone else said, Wan Yin brought my children to the Pure Land. I said, no. I told myself, no, not those ones. Okay. So anyway, I just checked for myself. That's all. You're free to believe whatever you want. It's none of my business. Okay. But so that's why this explains to me this message from Master YongHua. Okay. A few days ago, he said, the last thing. Let me share with you what the message is and the lesson is. Would you like to know? Hey, you spies, how come he didn't come to your temples and explain to your people he has to go to us? Huh? Because it annoys me that it could be that simple, could be that easy, just to go to Pure Land, just pray, and then they might as well pray to him, and he'll come and he'll help you go to the Pure Land. Okay? Now, then there's no need for us to be here. There's no need for our generation to practice anymore, or your generations, or the future generation to practice at all. Just pray. Pray to Wan Yin, pray to him, pray to whoever you believe in. They help you. So what's the point in us? Why is there a need for the Sangha? Okay? And so the message from the last thing is for all of you as well. Okay? Message is that you can live your entire life. You can be a president. You can be an emperor. What's that? That big guy, that emperor, Chinese emperor, who rejected Bodhidharma. Huh? Liang Wudi, right? Huh? I forgot his name even because he's an idiot. Unimportant people, I can't remember the names even. So anyway, said Liang, that powerful emperor who asked Bodhidharma, in my life I helped so many people, built so many temples, helped so many monks and nuns to become monks and nuns, and then support their practices. I must have a lot of blessings, right? And Bodhidharma said, you have 0 blessings. What he meant is you have no transcendental blessings that will help you rise above your human conditions. Get out of this wheel reincarnation. And sure enough, the emperor Liang in China, one of the very most powerful emperors in the history of China, when he died because one of his generals revolted against him and imprisoned him and starved him to death. Okay, so he became a hungry ghost himself. So you see, the point here is that you can be an emperor, you can be Dicky, you can be a senator, you can be a celebrity, you can be a prince in waiting that I saw yesterday. Okay, you You can be all those important, powerful people, but you can achieve great things. Okay, and in the end, at the end of your life, there's one more thing, one last thing that you need to address: your death. Your entire life, you learn how to cope with life, but you never learn how to deal with that one last thing about your life is your death. You know, amazing? Think about it. You build fortune. You build the Eiffel Towers. You become famous, rich and powerful person. I see all these rich and powerful people, and I see the path they're building for themselves by the time they die. Okay? Yeah. And so they fail. People fail. Ordinary people fail. Smart people, geniuses fail to prepare for that one last thing, your death. What are you going to do about your last thing, the last thing in your life, your death? Can you afford to ignore it? Okay? And that's the message I'm sharing with you. And the rest of the message of the one last thing is for me. Okay? And it appeased me because I was afflicted the last few weeks. I said, these people are running around. I mean, geez, how can Wan Yin, how can all these people allow my disciples to have such false conceptions? Okay, they're not helping me. It's annoying to me, you know, that they would manifest things that let people have false misinterpretations. All right, so that's why Master YongHua says, no, you're right. There's one last thing there, okay, that needs to be taken care of, and basically you need professionals. You cannot do it by yourself. Case in point, this week here, we're gonna go out and do a funeral service for 200 people of a recently passed away famous non-Buddhist as well. Okay, and she had kidney problems, had been going to dialysis regularly, and suddenly died. Okay, and so for some reason they decided to come to us for help, even though they're not Buddhists. And even though there are a lot more famous temples and bigger temples around, they decided to come to us for the 49-day service. I said, okay, yeah, that's an interesting case for me because it's hard work. And that's intriguing to me. So with these so many obstructions, you know, how are we going to fix this problem? How are we going to overcome these obstructions? So I'm curious about that, how long it would take to resolve these problems, plus the fact that before she died, she was in extreme pain. Okay, so you need to undo that before you can do anything else. So anyway, it's a lot more work than you guys realize. It's not as simple as, Wan Yin, please help. Oh, Master YongHua, please help. I'm your disciple. Good luck. Okay, so basically Master YongHua said, it's one last thing. And you are right. I can't help. It's not my job to help. Okay? I'm gone. I'm dead. Okay? You people are still alive. That's your jobs. I'm done with my mission to the Saha world. When the last thing I did, okay? But then that's it. Whatever I did, the last thing I did, I'm done. Okay? It's no longer my domain of responsibilities. Now it's ours, my generation's responsibility. Okay? So that's what he reaffirmed for me. I said, yes, thank you, Master, for that. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because who am I to dare say, no, Wan Yin, you're wrong. You don't confuse my disciple like that. Okay? No, you're wrong. You don't confuse my disciple like that. Okay? It's annoying to me. Okay? So anyway, I have a short fuse. You may have noticed that by now. But so this funeral service here, I've been telling you, I do not like to do funeral services. There's a lot more trouble than it's worth our time. So I said, no, I don't want to do funeral services. I don't do that. And if you want to, I will send my disciples. And what I didn't tell them, my disciples, when they come, this is the best they can get in the area. Meaning that even though I don't go, they can go and they themselves bring their own protectors, their own armies, their own bodyguards to protect everyone who attended the funeral service. And you cannot find better protection than my own disciples' bodyguards. So why do I need to go? Okay, so I don't waste time doing those things. And you guys can start charging money for that. Okay? So it is a lot more work, a lot of hassle for us to do these things. And I only want to focus on doing things that others cannot, because I don't have time to waste. There are a lot of things that need to be done, we need to do in my generation and your generation. We can ill afford to waste our time. Okay, so anyway, so this family doesn't know how lucky they are in being able to come to us for help. I'm not bragging. I'm being very blunt with you. Okay, and that my disciples, who are themselves very, very big shots. That's why I can send them out, and they're recognized as in their own rights. So that they can truly help these people, okay, without my intervention at all. Yes, purple in the back.
Bà thầy, mô Phật bà thầy, con muốn kể cái chuyện coi thầy đang kể đó bà thầy. Thì cái bà này đó, thì bà lên Tam Thái Tử, thì cái người đó đi cúng bà cũng lên tới giờ cũng 50 năm rồi đó, chứ không phải là cái người á, cúng bà cũng rất là nhiều, từ Việt Nam tới Mỹ luôn. Rồi bên cần dịch không?
Master,
Không có nghe.
I could like to share the story that relate to the case that you are talking. So this lady, she has the third prince that came into her for the last 50 years, and then a lot of people came to worship her from all over the place, from Vietnam all the way to the US.
Xong rồi đó thì cái chuyện này đó thì ngọt con nghe má con kể nó là mấy người mà lên đồng gì đó là mai sau con cháu khổ lắm với nghèo lắm biết không. Thì má ngọt cũng thuộc về nói như vậy thôi, chứ mình cũng không biết nghèo làm sao mà khổ làm sao mình cũng không có thấy được. Thì chuyến này cái bà này bả qua đời đó, thì cho gia đình kêu bằng giống giặc gì, đánh giặc gì đó, mà cũng có tiền nhiều lắm ha. Bà này bả cũng giúp được con cháu đồ này kia, rồi nhà cửa đồ. Bà này bả lên, bả cũng có một cái linh tính, cũng giúp người ta rất là nhiều. Rồi con cháu đó thì bả lo, cũng là lo hết nhiều phần lắm đó.
And my mom usually told me that for those who's doing this thing, that have people go into their body and doing things like lên đồng, they're offering, they're children, their later generation will be suffer a lot and will be very poor. I don't really know much about this thing, but I noticed after she passed away, her family is in chaos. It's just like they are in war right now. Even though like the family, she has money, she helps a lot of family member in the family. They have money, they have the house or whatever, but doesn't look good.
Xong rồi đó thì cái mình cũng không dám chen vô cái gia đình của người ta nữa, thì mình cũng để nghe coi, mà mình thấy gia đình nó xào xáo, nó quầy lộn, người này không nhiều cái chuyện nó phức tạp lắm. Thì bà chị tôi thì theo cái người này đó là cũng 40-50 năm rồi. Thì cái bà này đó thì mình nghĩ đó, trời đó coi bà đi như vậy đó là cái khổ của bà, mình thấy cái khổ của bà mình không biết, mà thấy cái gia đình bà là rất là khổ rồi. Không ai ngó ngàng tới ai, mà không ai muốn ra tiền, mà không ai muốn đỡ đầu những cái chuyện này hết trơn á. Thì ngọ mấy chị em mới nói là thôi bây giờ đó mình để bà có phước đó, mình cũng không dám xen vào. Bà có phước đó thì mình để làm cái 49 ngày cho bà. Cô dịch đi cô.
So I saw that the family is in chaos. My sister has been followed this person for 40-50 years, but I didn't dare to interfere. But then after the lady passed away, and then I see that her family is in a lot of chaos, suffering. People are fighting. Nobody care about anybody. Nobody want to take care of the funeral. Nobody want to spend money. So that's why I discussed to my sister and say, okay, if she has blessing, probably we can request a 49-day black for her.
Xong rồi đó cái mới nói với mấy đứa con này, mấy đứa giống nói với gia đình đi đó, nên là bây giờ đó muốn làm cái 49 ngày cho mẹ, mà gia đình nghĩ làm sao. 49 ngày trong ở đây có ai phụ giúp không? Thì mấy đứa con cũng không biết cái gì hết trơn, đó là không. Mà nghe mình được làm 49 ngày cho bà đó thì mấy đứa con có một mớ thì rất là mừng, có một mớ thì rất là không có đồng ý. Mô Phật cô dịch.
So I discussed with her family, with the children, and then I say like, okay, we are about to request a 49-day blacks for her. Do you want to help out? Do you want to contribute a little bit? Some of the family member was happy, but some didn't like it. Some didn't want to spend any money.
Xong rồi đó thì mấy gia đình nó mới chịu rồi. Bữa hôm gọi thầy đó, thầy đi sanh cu về. Hồi thứ sáu thì mới gọi được thầy. Thầy nói là thầy sanh cu về, chủ nhật thầy mới về. Thầy chủ nhật về rồi đó, thầy tụi con dắt gia đình tới đây để gặp thầy.
Then after the family agreed, we decided to contact Master, but on that day, Master was in San Jose. It was on Friday, and then Master said, okay, I can meet you on Sunday when I come back here. So that's when I brought the family member came over to meet Master.
Xong rồi đó thầy mới làm 49 ngày rồi mới nói làm cái tuần đầu là bữa Chủ nhật tuần tới đây làm luôn. Thì gia đình mấy đứa con có giống 2-3 đứa nó cũng đồng ý thôi để làm cái ngày Chủ nhật luôn. Thì người con lớn đó nó mới chạy đi thông báo với mấy người kia. Nên là bây giờ ở chùa này làm 49 ngày cho má. Thầy chúc tụi nị muốn tới đó thì khoảng 2 giờ mấy thì tới.
And then because it's on the Sunday, and then Master say, okay, how about you start the 49-day service today? And then a few of them agree, and then they start notify the family saying that, okay, this temple is doing the 49 day. If you want to participate, you can come around 2 p.m.
Xong đó thầy nói là bây giờ đó anh còn bàn tính cái vụ mà muốn đi đi hộ niệm đồ này kia đó, thì đã mấy ngày trước đã có đi gặp một người đã giúp đỡ những cái mà đi hộ niệm đồ này kia rồi. Xong đó, thầy mới lại thầy làm cái ngày 49 ngày. Thầy mới trả lời, mới hỏi cái câu như vậy nè, thì con nghe cũng rất là hay. Thầy nói là thầy có trách nhiệm làm cái 49 ngày cho cái bà cụ này đi giảng sanh thôi. Chứ ngoài ra đó muốn hộ niệm đồ này kia đó, thầy không cần thiết mà cũng không cần biết nữa. Mô Phật.
So when discussing about assisting recitation, a few days earlier, they already have a lot of people came over that recite for her. And then here's the thing that Master talked, and then I feel that is very good. Master said that your responsibility is to take care of her for the 49 days, to help her to go to the Pureland. Master doesn't care about assisting recitation or whatever.
Xong rồi đó thầy, bữa đó chủ nhật tuần tới thì thầy làm cái đầu tuần cho bà cụ này. Thầy mới về thông báo cho mấy đứa con đồ cháu rồi là thì cái về tụi nó về, nó 12 giờ mấy tụi nó về, nó thông báo hết cho những người thân thuộc. Xong rồi đó cái tưởng là mấy người đó có người thích, có người không thích đó, có người tin thì cũng có người không tin nữa. Cái nó về nó thông báo rồi đó thầy còn nói một tiếng nữa, nói là bây giờ gia đình như vậy đó phải hòa thuận, cái gì cũng bỏ nhau hết, đừng có để giống phiền phức cho cái người chết gì đó. Thầy có nói như vậy. Thì xong rồi đó tới 2 giờ mấy thì cái gia đình đó cái chú lớn đó thầy chú mới kêu ai nào cũng nghe lời hết, lời cũng bữa đó cũng 30 mấy người, cũng đông lắm á, cũng lợi 30 mấy người.
So after they reach an agreement, and then they notify the family member, and then of course in the family there were some people agree, some people didn't like it, and then they still fighting. And Master just advised them, say, you know what, the family need to get along well together. Try not to fight. Try not to cause any trouble to the deceased. And then on that day, the family has probably like 30 plus people came for the rebirth transference.
Xong rồi cái làm xong rồi đó thì về, tụi nó về nhà hết. Thì bà chị tôi mới gọi điện thoại, nói là ủa mấy bữa gài này ở trong gia đình có cái gì không, có chuyện gì không? Nói là im hết, không có cái chuyện gì hết trơn, người nào người nấy cũng hòa thuận hết. Mình nghe gì cũng mừng cho cái bà cụ này rất là có phước mới lại gặp được thầy. Mô Phật.
And then a few days later, my sister called the family and follow up and asking if anybody happened in the family. And they say like, no, everything is very peaceful and smooth and quiet. So I was very happy that this lady has a lot of blessing that Master is helping her.
Very good. Thank you for sharing the story. The point here is that I want to finish the point here is that you should pray to the Bodhisattvas like YongHua, like Master YongHua, for guidance. They will will tell you what to do. For example, I told you that one of the things when we help people go to the Pure Land, I tell them when you see the Amitabha Buddha, when you see Wanyin Bodhisattva, then you ask them for help in getting your family and loved ones go to the Pure Land as well. And that's the first thing you ask. Okay, make sure you do that. And that's apparently what happened to this woman here. She wanted to help her husband go to the Pure Land as well, because they seem to be attached to each other, but so you pray to the Buddha, and pray to the Bodhisattvas for help, and they will give you the guidance on what to do. But so that's why I appreciate Master Hsuan clarifying it, so that I can tell you definitely that they can give you guidance, but they cannot do it for you. Okay, meaning that it's no longer their domain. It's not no longer in the range of what they do for us anymore. Okay, so that's why I appreciate Master Hsuan's clear messages, so that I can tell you clear messages to his disciples, and so that I can confirm it for you. Okay, and that's why I'm unhappy about Wan Yin's Bodhisattvas meddling into my work and cause confusion. That's the nature of my affliction. But anyway, Wan Yin does whatever she wants to do. She's the boss, but not my boss. So anyway, there's a lot more, but time is running short. So again, you pray to these people. You care for your family and loved ones. Pray to Amitabha Buddha. You pray to Wan Yin. You pray to the other bodhisattvas as well. Pray to Master YongHua in particular, because don't forget that he's a great bodhisattva himself. He's no Wan Yin. He's not the same level as Wan Yin bodhisattva, but he cares. Okay, he must help propagate the Pureland Dharma as well. Okay, so that's his responsibility. Yeah. He can no longer directly get involved, but he will facilitate the propagation of Dharma, and part of that. Okay, and I mean, this is my closing statement. Part of that is that the bottom line to me is that you can talk all you want. You can talk until you're blue in the face. Bottom line is, can you get there? You can recite the Buddha's name all you want. You can spend your entire life reciting Buddha's name. Will that bring you to the Pure Land or not? That's what the Pureland Dharma door is about. Okay? It's not talky Pureland Dharma door at all. Like talky chant. People talk about samadhi. Like people talk about going to the Pure Land. But can you get there? Okay? That's the bottom line for me. Okay? So be careful. People talk like that doctor who's now so glad that he's getting help with his pain, with his confusion, with his enormous fears. Okay? And that's real to him. Okay? And he's lucky that he has a very filial daughter, okay, who believes this is my requirement. Okay, you don't have faith, forget it. Go somewhere else. It's a waste of my time. Okay, the Pureland Dharma door we're practicing here. You want help? You need to have faith. You need to do something to prove your faith, that you have faith. You don't? Good luck. Okay. That's the faith that, to me, that's my interpretation of faith, requisite in order for you to make it to the Pure Land. There are three requisites: faith, vows, and action. Okay? So if you have faith, okay, what are you doing to prove your faith? You prove it to me, then you're worth getting help. I'm very blunt about these things. Let's stop beating around the bush. Let the Chinese talk about faith, vows, and practice all they want. But the bottom line is, can you go to the Pure Land? You can't. And the last thing that you did is still not enough. Does it make sense? Okay, thank you everyone. See you next time.